As you know, there are many ways to prepare and eat turkey. Perhaps you're one that likes to roast your turkey, or some people like to fry the turkey. But have you ever had a drunk turkey? A tasty restaurant in New York has introduced what it is calling the nation's first 100 proof turkey to its customers. This is a turkey that is infused for 3 days with fruit flavors and traditional vodka. Yes, I said vodka. And just in case that's not enough, the gravy is also laced for an extra kick. Oh, this turkey comes in flavors such as peach, apple, and cherry. You probably won't remember much of what it will taste like after eating it. Now that is my kind of turkey. Now to wrap things up for us here at 4:30, I'll be joining Nicole next at 5, and she's here now with a preview. Hey, Nicole.
Oh, I've never heard of that before. I've got to get me some of that turkey.
I'll make it for you.
Thanks, Matt. Up next here at our news at 5 o'clock, the gift of life times 7. An amazing gesture from the family of a fallen boxer. Which toys are the worst of the worst? We have a list every parent should see. And turning trash into a beautiful home. News 6 at 5 starts now.
Now, this is News 6 at 5 in high definition.
First at 5, the mayor wants the city exodus to end. Can he figure out a way to keep conventions here in the city of Chicago? Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Nicole Marks.
And I'm Matt Whitney in for Carmela Mofisi. The mayor wants to stop the convention bleeding. Now he has summoned Union and McPeer honchos to his office. Mayor Daley is now hands-on with the McCormick Place problem and its broken business model. Simply put, it is the bloated budget that can't support itself and charges way more than what many cost-conscious conventions want to spend to be here. News 6's Dick Johnson has more.
If we keep raising the costs here, McCormick Place
concerns, and they need to be addressed the same way labor's been addressed over the last 15 years.
Of course, the formula for success is not that simple and will also need a big dose of help from the legislature in the form of tax subsidies and bond restructuring, something many of Chicago's competitors already have.
Now to some of the other top stories that we are following today. For the first time ever, airlines are fined for stranding passengers on the tarmac. It follows an incident at Rochester, Minnesota airport last August. A continental flight from Houston to Minneapolis was diverted there after midnight. The terminal was closed and the Mesaba airline employees refused to open it. 47 passengers were forced to stay on board for another 6 hours. Mesaba Airlines has been fined $75,000. Continental Airlines and its regional partner has been fined $50,000 each.
They call him the Ridge Road Robber. He is accused of holding up 2 banks, both on Ridge Road, one in South Suburban Lansing and the other in Munster, Indiana. The suspect is described as a 30-year-old black man, 6 feet tall with a large build. He was wearing a green and tan floppy hat and a matching polo shirt. If you recognize him, you are asked to call the FBI.
The Majestic Star Casino in Gary files for bankruptcy. Casino officials say they are not planning on having any layoffs. They say that the bankruptcy won't affect day-to-day operations. They blame the tough economy. The city of Gary is one of the casino's biggest creditors and stands to lose more than $7 million. Now to Chris Kelly's final words before he took his own life. The former Rod Blagojevich fundraiser died of a drug overdose last September. The Chicago Tribune reports that Kelly told his girlfriend in the hospital, quote, "Tell them they won." No word on who he was referring to, but the feds had been pressuring Kelly to testify against Blagojevich.
Now to a Chicago boxer's ultimate gift. Francisco Rodriguez died of brain injuries after a match on Friday. Now his death is saving lives. News 6's Christian Farr explains.
We never believed that the youngest brother would be the one to be gone first, you know?
It means that Francisco will still be walking this earth. In Logan Square, Christian Farr.
Funeral arrangements are still being made because Francisco's body is in Philadelphia for the organ donation. A fund has been set up for his family and you can donate to it at any Chase Bank branch.
Some tough questions tonight for State Treasurer Alexi Giannoulias. Giannoulias announces new bank regulations, but it's his run for the Senate that put him in the spotlight today. News 6's political reporter Marian Ahern has the story.
Although Democratic Senate candidate Alexi Giannoulias has taken a leave from his family's Broadway bank.
Time to focus on America again. It's time to bring home our men and women, and it's time to bring home those resources.
Now back to the controversy for David Axelrod's statement suggesting the Democrats are in trouble. He emailed us this afternoon saying, quote, I acknowledge what is known, and that is that we encouraged Lisa to run because she is the most popular politician in the state and would have been the strongest candidate. I believe there are several strong candidates, and certainly Alexi is among them.
Well, we are just 2 days away from Thanksgiving. There is some rain out there for now, but could that change to snow? We'll tell you coming up in your weather forecast.
Kittyland is opening again, but just one more time. How you can bid on a piece of history.
And you better check your list and even check it twice after you see this story coming up.
Childhood memories go up on the auction block. Today, Kittyland Amusement Park opened up, but only to auction off pieces of its history. Among the rides up for auction, a vintage carousel valued at $1 million. A private collector snatched up the park's bumper cars for $17,000. Kittyland closed September 27th.
A 10-month-old baby is recovering at home this evening after being attacked by a pet monkey. The girl's mother said they were at a relative's home in LaPorte, Indiana, when the monkey grabbed the baby's head and started banging it into the cage. The monkey then pulled the little girl's hair. The baby was taken to a hospital but is expected to be okay. And if you need the swine flu vaccine, head to Skokie. The village is offering the shot to all Illinois residents who are considered high risk. Officials have about 20,000 doses there. They will be given at 4 clinics in December, and to sign up, you can log on to the village website at skokie.org.
A question for you tonight: will you get a good night's sleep? For many people, you just do. You don't think about it. But for a growing amount of Americans, there is nothing worse than bedtime because night after night, sleep is elusive. That is why we have seen a huge increase in the use of sleep medications. But for many people, that's not enough. That's where cognitive behavioral therapy comes in. We will show you how a program in Chicago helps to train your mind and body to sleep again. Got sleep? If you are not sure, join us for our special report tonight at 10.
Yeah, cannot wait for that one. Still ahead here on our news at 5 o'clock, from unsafe to downright dangerous, we have a list of toys that come with a big warning.
And why this house is actually one big piece of trash.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Danielle Pappas here in Southwest Asia. I want to say hi to my friends and family in the northern Chicago area. I love you and I miss you. Please send some cold weather.
You're watching News 6 at 5 in high definition.
Tonight's Trouble in Toyland. A new report reveals that some toys can be more dangerous than fun for your kids. News 6's Anthony Ponce reports.
Like any normal 1.5-year-old, Frankie Bell
already gone wrong.
On a positive note, one thing that consumer groups and the toy industry agree on is that this year toys in general are safer than they have been. So before you do your holiday shopping, if you want to see a complete list of potentially dangerous toys and other product recalls, just log on to our website at news6chicago.com and search for toy recalls.
New report of low consumer confidence helped drive stocks down today. The Dow lost 17 points, the Nasdaq shed nearly 7 points, and the S&P was down a fraction today. Police launched an all-out campaign to get every driver to buckle up. The 9 people at the forefront of today's announcement represent the 9 lives lost on Illinois roads over the Thanksgiving holiday last year. Thousands of extra officers will be out through the end of the month looking for speeding, tailgating, drunk driving, improper lane changes, and seatbelt violations.